Hello and welcome. My name's Mark and today we're at Alton Towers. I'm taking you through the entrance walkway, walking to the towers because the monorail is still closed. Taking you this way because there's a few things I want to show you en route. As we're walking through, to get to what I want to show you, I was going to stop at Alton's Honesty Slice. There's a little shop in Alton which is a shed where you get cake slices, but I'm probably not going to do, well, I didn't have time to do that today, but I'll probably do it on the way home because I've got up at 5 AM to come here. So it's a long trip for me when you live in the South Coast. But I wanted to come here because the queue times should be not bad today. Anyway, I'm just going to spin the camera around and show you on this walk because there's a few signs which they've added since the monorail is shut. I don't know whether it's because the monorail is shut, but there's a few signs they've added which I want to show you. And the first one is just coming up straight ahead here, which says achievement unlocked, 373 metres. I've walked the track length of Oblivion, and that's 10 minutes left. So, which is, I suppose it's quite a nice touch having those signs in place. Well, it doesn't add much to the walk because it is still a long walk. Luckily we've parked at the front end of the car park rather than back. If you've been to Alton Towers before, you know what I mean, but it doesn't add much value either. As we're walking in, obviously this is going to be a full vlog. There's been loads of changes which happened in the closed season. Well, I say loads. Bluey Ride's now open. As long as the queue's not massive, we'll get on that and I'll give you my review. If the queue's massive, obviously I will prioritise families and that, getting on it because it is a family coaster and maybe some kids' first coaster. So like I say, I'm not overly fussed about getting on it. As much as I'd like to and give you my honest review. If it's walk on, I'll do it, but I'm not going to be queuing hours for it because like I say, it is a family park and family area and it is mainly for families, that coaster, so it doesn't bother me too much. Also, obviously, like I mentioned, the monorail's closed. Skyride has been seen testing, which is really good news. I don't know if it's going to open today, but it has been seen testing well. The carts have been on, or the gondolas, not carts. And Wicker Man Train 3 is back from repair. So, oh no. Not what you want to see when you turn up to a theme park. There's a coachload of children. Oh no. You must get into the park. You don't want to see coaches when you come to theme parks. Oh dear. Luckily, Alton Towers is a big park. I haven't got anyone with me today, so it is a solo trip. So I will give you my opinions and reviews as we go round. And you might find I talk to the camera a little bit more because I haven't got really anyone to come with today because they've all been busy. But I don't know what's going on with my hair. Speaking of updates, like I was mentioning, obviously Bluey's opened, monorail's not working. Skyride has just started testing but has been down. Don't know what they've been doing in closed season. I can see the update, but I will spin the camera around when I get there. But Corkscrews had a repaint because at the entrance of Alton Towers, they've got the iconic corkscrew coaster, which sort of put Alton Towers on the map, mainly for thrills and coasters. They have repainted that, so I will spin the camera around and show you that. That's why I'm walking to the entrance, not using my annual pass to get into the Galactica entrance. I'm walking all the way around to the front because, like I said, this is a full video. It is a bit windy today, it's about 4 or 5 degrees. As I've mentioned, if you haven't seen my previous Alton Towers vlogs, if you are coming here, make sure you are wearing comfy shoes because there is a lot of walking, whether the Skyride's working or not. Let me spin the camera around and show you something. Achievement unlocked, 116 metres, no, 716 metres. You've walked the track of Nemesis Reborn. Like I say, it is nice having those signs, but it shows off how long this actual walk is from the car park to the entrance. But like I say, Alton Towers is a massive park, so it can handle capacity a little bit more than some of the smaller parks like Thorpe Park, Chessington and Legoland. 756 metres, walked the track length of 13. Strange really, because I don't really see 13 as a really long coaster, but I'm guessing it is because you've got that bit in the drop section and the bit in the dark. But I can't wait to get back on some of my favourite coasters. Smiler, Oblivion, Wicker Man, Nemesis Reborn. and give you my full review. I'm probably going to head round. Is the monorail back working? We're going to see who gets off of it, because if it is, I have just shot myself in the foot. It's got to be, because they were running replacement buses. Monorail's got to be back working then, surely. One more sign here. Wicker Man, one of my favourites. If you want to see me do a top 3 or top 5 or top coasters at different theme parks like Thorpe Park, Alton Towers, or in the UK, or the ones I've always been on throughout, let me know in the comments, because I can make that video. I have thought about it, but I was always wondering whether to make it. Last one of the last ones. 2 minutes left. Galactica. So just come to the entrance of Corkscrew. Obviously they've got a lovely repaint at the top here. In we go through security. And they've got this sort of bluey entrance here for the Bluey coaster for new for 2026. And when we come to the front, we can look out the whole of Tower Street. There, lovely. As we've got Tower Street behind me, let's go and get in Alton Towers, first one of 2026. As I was just walking in there, I met a French person vlogging, which was really good. He's second day at Alton Towers. He's doing all sort of European parks, and his home park, Europa Park, which I'm kind of jealous about, but it is quite cool having, well, obviously my home park is Thorpe Park, which is home to UK's tallest and fastest roller coaster. So he's got Europa Park, Voltron, and yes, it's the second day at Alton Towers. And his favourite ride was the Curse of Alton Manor, which is actually interesting because it is a great dark ride, but he does not too fan of the massive coasters, but yeah, he loves it. Anyway, we're going to head round to the park now. We're just coming through Tower Street. As we can see, we've got the music blaring, resort box office there. The car park was not looking that busy today, which is great to see. And here we are at the iconic towers. The CBeebies land on the right. I'm going to head round to the left and get on Wicker Man, which is a GCI wooden coaster opened in 2018. And I can't wait to get on this. And then we'll get on Bluey, maybe a bit later on. We've got the lawn here, which is all fenced off, which I'm hoping they'll bring back sort of entertainment or something. Obviously, they have been struggling recent for entertainment. And we've got the Spinball Wizard on our right, but we're going to head round to the left to get on Wicker Man, which has had a few updates. A few updates on Wicker Man. Apparently, it has a new projector, so I will try and get some footage of that and get sort of hopefully see whether we can see the difference. That's what I've heard, but that'll be good to see. But yeah, we'll get on Wicker Man and then we'll probably head round to 13 and Rita, and then across to Smiler, Oblivion, and then we'll head to the back of the park, Nemesis Reborn and Galactica. Obviously, I hope to get on everything today. I'm not expecting it to be too busy because, like I say, all the schools are back and half term has finished. So this week in May should be pretty good for all coasters. Fingers crossed anyhow. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you hit a like, comment and subscribe. Pan the camera around because here comes the Sky Ride. Testing. Really great to see. Here it comes. That's great to see the Sky Ride testing there. Anyway, like I say, I got sidetracked once again. We'll head round to Wicker Man, get on that when that opens. It's 9:45 now. Obviously, park opens at 10. They let you in nice and early, which is great. I wasn't, like I said, I'm not expecting it to be too busy, so hopefully everything's walk on and get on some great coasters and get back, and hopefully it's worth my 4-hour drive each way, that is. Here it is, Wicker Man. I can hear it, I can sense it, I can see it testing or going around the track. Everyone's sort of in the pre-ish queue, so we're going to join the queue for that. Ah, it looks fine. We'll join the queue for Wicker Man just as it tests. Get on this GCI, feed the flames. Not even 10 o'clock yet, and they're letting us round the queue line, and into Wicker Man. Okay, so it's just been 10 past 10. I've already had one ride on Wicker Man. Really good ride. Great to get back on that GCI wooden coaster. Yeah, I'm going to head around now to Nemesis, Reborn and Galactica. I know I said earlier I was going to go on 13 and Rita first, but my plan is, hear me out, my plan is we'll go around there, get on Nemesis, Reborn and Galactica, and then hopefully, the Skyride keeps testing at the moment, we can get the Skyride to Dark Forest and get on Rita and 13. That'd be good. Anyway, just heading round now by Catania Canyon. Obviously, the rapids aren't going to be open today because I've just seen them doing work on the lift hill, probably taking parts from Roomba Rapids, which is not surprising because obviously that one closed down. If you want to see more of that, you look at my Thorpe Park vlog. And then here's the rapids with no water in. Exciting stuff. I know, riveting. I bring you all the exciting stuff on this channel. I'm going to walk past Runaway Mine Train because I don't know if it's open yet. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you hit a like because apparently that helps me out. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I think it's about 76% who watch my videos aren't subscribed. Yes, I want hopefully this opens. I think it's opening next month. I think, I'm not certain though. If queue times stay the way they are, it's going to be a really good day and I'm going to be worn out. So yeah, hopefully they stay as they are. I haven't seen Runaway Mine testing. I haven't seen go around the track. So we'll have a look around there. But yeah, it's going to be a good day. I can feel it. Here we are, next to Pizza and Pasta, Runaway Mine Train. No activity at all. They have got a sign out the front, so we're going to have a quick read of this. Attention explorers, this wild adventure is currently being tamed. Please enjoy all our other rides and attractions. Check out resort apps such as your signage. That looks like a Chessington sign to me. I'm just saying, because attention explorers, the wild adventure, all reading Chessington to be honest. But who am I to judge? No choo-choos and no rapids. Quick side note, as I'm walking around, because there's a lot of walking involved in an Alton Towers trip, make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Links will be in the description because I post updates on there, things if I'm at a park, sort of daily things. Well, not daily, scrap that. I try and update that regularly, especially when I'm at a park before these videos go live. So if you're at the park, come and say hello. The Curse of Alton Manor. This should open a bit later on than today. I actually really like this dark ride. I think it suits this house really well. Obviously I miss Jewel, but this replacement is very well themed. It's quite nippy today, it's about 5 degrees. I am in a jumper and a t-shirt. I've got my jacket in the back. I'm not planning on using it because I'm repping the Thorpe Park merch, but we never know. Anyway, last time we walked along here was when Friday Night's happening with Compound. And it looks totally different. They've got just the access to the toilet now. While I've got you and while we're heading to Forbidden Valley, I just want to say I have got a few trips planned this year. My main one is going to be another park, maybe one I haven't been to before. So make sure you are subscribed if you would like to see that video of my first time in another park. Obviously last year I went to Europa Park for the first time and Popsaland. So yeah, I've got a couple of things lined up, all going to plan. Obviously, these are all plans, all subject to change. Standard T's and C's apply. Your home may be repossessed. Here it is, Forbidden Valley. I love this entrance sign. I actually got a pin badge of this. Oh, look how quiet it is. I mean, it's 20 past 10, so it's really early anyhow. Obviously, Subterra's closed. Thank God. But yeah, Forbidden Valley. Let's head round to Galactica and Nemesis Reborn. Also, there's a few updates on Toxicator which I would like to address, so I'm going to have a go on that. Totally forgot about Toxicator. Forgot about my top spin. Good flare filler. Great little ride. I haven't even been around this area, but my God, the smoke effect's good. Ah, live reaction. All the smoke effects filling up the area. Nemesis Reborn. 5 minutes, that means walk on. Look at this. Hard to believe that this coaster opened 2024. It's already 3 years old since its retrack. Just seeing it go up the lift hill there and the amount of empty carriages on that and empty seats. Wow, it's exciting stuff. It's probably going to be longer walking around to get to the front of the queue than it's going to be on the ride. I'll bring you around here to look at the Nemesis eye, and a little fact, this claw up here was meant to, was it this one? Yeah, this claw was meant to move, but never has. Pretty sure it's that one. I can't remember now. But I know one of the claws on the support was meant to move, and it broke before opening day. Speaking of movement, here goes the eye. And here comes Nemesis Reborn. As you can see, great ride on Reborn there. They're only running one train, but there's walk on. Its operations are pretty good. I mean, they were all throughout the park. Speaking of operations and one train, did have a slight, the B&M rattle it's called, on that sort of second to back row. Bit of rattle, a little bit rough, but still a great ride. Toxicator, we'll get on this Huss top spin shortly, but first I need to go on air, walk across to Galactica, or air, as it's formerly known as, to get on this coaster. Obviously, I have totally forgotten, I've got my Platinum Pass for one shot fast track. And we can use that as well. I mean, not that I really need to, because the queues today are just, at the moment, really good. And usually, first sort of hour, you get either loads of queues or nothing. If it stays like this, it's going to be an absolutely brilliant day, and it'll be well worth the 4 hours drive. I've watched a couple of other YouTube videos and TikToks, and everyone says sort of this sort of May bit where terms back is usually really good to come. And I am totally agreement, hence why I've come today. I'm off work and I wanted to get back on it. TMI, haven't been to the toilet yet. I do need to go, but I'm just having too much fun. I love the way they've unlocked like most of the queue line. You've got to walk ages. Obviously when the queue gets busy they've got to reopen it, but yeah, oh, luckily there's a few shortcuts on the air queue. Okay, I've just been on Galactica there, as you can see behind me. Good little ride, operations were pretty good. Running 2 trains, only in Station 2 though, Station 1 is out of action. But really good operations, it's just gone down behind me. Anyway, I'm just going to jump on Toxicator.
Drinking and smoking is forbidden during your processing cycle.
I've just been on Toxicator there, walk on, as I can imagine. Same with Galactica, that was walk on, same with Nemesis Reborn, all walk on. Good ride, good cycle. As you see, picture on screen now of the water jets covered up with a cloth. I don't know if they're going to be back or what. Hopefully they're back. We're not going to have the same story as Hyperion at Thorpe Park, but I don't know. I mean, they covered it up just because it's winter. Hopefully they return in the summer. We'll have to come back in the summer and see. Anyway, let's spin the camera around and see what else we can go on. But yeah, that's everything done in Forbidden Valley, other than Nemesis Subterra, but we'll leave that. Okay, as I walk under Toxicator, I'm going to head round to the Sky Ride and to the loo. I've done everything in Forbidden Valley. Look at that. That's good going. I've just brought some mystery pins and I'm getting a lot of duplicates. I've only got 5 out of the set, so I'm still getting a lot of duplicates. So that's unfortunate. They said they keep getting Wicker Man pins. I mean, I've got about 3 13 pins now, and 3 Wicker Man pins, which is not good going. Anyway, we're going to head round. Hopefully, Sky Ride is open. Just speaking to one of the staff members, and they were saying it's the deadest it's been all season today. God, I just know how to choose a day, don't I? Know how to do it. Here's the Sky Ride. All the gondolas are on. They're just sort of hearing banging, clacking. All right there. Problem is, I've got to link this station to Dark Forest to entrance. But should we do some off-roading? I think we will. Off to the Dark Forest we go. Bit of off-roading and hope I don't die. Oh. I've said it once and I will say it every time I come here. On a beautiful summer's day, spring day, the gardens at Alton Towers is just bliss. Absolutely stupendous. We're going to walk through the gardens, taking a bumpy route to get through the Dark Forest, which I'm looking forward to. And we get to look at the fountain, which actually uses gravity to squirt water out the top. As we're walking, obviously, I've mentioned the Sky Ride shut, but the accessibility becomes a massive issue, especially getting round a park as big as Alton Towers. As much as I love the gardens and love walking through it, it's cumbersome to say the least. But today is looking like a really good day. Obviously, it's Tuesday the 21st of April. Yeah, 21st of April. So yeah, it's a schools are all back. It's a Tuesday. If you are coming on off-peak, don't try and stay away from Mondays and Fridays, because inset days and school trips usually happen on those days. Midweek is beautiful and perfect. What I love about the guys is just how peaceful it is. Obviously, when you have the busy theme park life of Alton Towers and that, you've got something as beautiful as this. Look at that, 4K for you all. It actually uses gravity, I believe, pulls it down because we're obviously down a mountain here, sort of a bit of a dip, and then using gravity skirts out the top. Lovely. Obviously, this is going to be quite a long video. I know that already. I think going to be longer than usual. Only for the fact of the matter is, Alton Towers is a massive park, and I've got a lot to cover, and I've got a lot to chat about. I just finished my trek. It was quite quick actually. There's a lot of steps. Oh. Anyway, we're now heading to the Dark Forest. You're just heading round by Hex. I think 13 and Rita's on 15 minutes. So we'll see what that queue's like. Okay, Rita's advertised at 15 minutes, but it looks more like 25, 30 if I have to hazard a guess. So obviously it's quick operations, but we'll probably join 13. Okay, I've just been on 13 there. I might have some off-road footage, I might not. If I get some later in the day, I would have heard this previously. Reason for that is 13 is quite a difficult ride to get footage of because it's literally in the trees and there's not really much points to film. The only place is Rita, but Rita looks quite a long queue, so we're going to head across to X Sector. In terms of ride, I got second row from the back, or row, I think 8. Good little ride, I say 13, great for 15 minutes. Going on that, 15 minutes, easy. I wouldn't really queue much longer than half an hour for that, especially if you've been on it before. It's not too much thrilling. If you go, like I say, with that ride, if you have people who've never been on that ride before, bring them on, it's great, got a great surprise element. Spoiler alert, it's got a drop track. Anyway, like I mentioned, we're going to head round to X Sector. So heading down the entrance to X Sector, where the Gerstlauer Smiler coaster, world's most inversions, at 14. Great to be back in this area of the park. And great to see the Smiler and Oblivion operating. Obviously Oblivion had a bit of trouble at the beginning of the year. It's good to be back. Okay, Smiler's on 5 minutes. It's walk on. It's walk on. It's going to be longer walking around the queue to get onto Oblivion. Smiler's on 10 minutes and everything else except has just gone dead. Everyone else has moved to 13 Oblivion, all that jazz. So anyhow, we're going to join the queue for Oblivion, get on here, a B&M dive coaster, great drop, and yeah, I've just had something to eat in Just Chicken. The only complaint I've got is they don't let you use annual pass discount at the kiosk anymore. Really strange. So, and there was a long queue for the booth, so I just paid it. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Okay, just been on Oblivion there. Great ride, walk on, great dive coaster. I mean, what can I say? They are offering every other train. So one of the trains are just sending around empty, and so operating every other. Bit weird. And the station you have to keep switching from A3 to A4 and A1 to A2 in the station. But other than that, I mean, what can I say? They don't need the whole capacity. Smiler's at 5 minutes, so we're going to jump on that now. So good to get back on the Smiler. Advertised 5 minutes walk on, which is amazing for being 12:15. Like I say, I've already had lunch, so we're going to join this cattle pen queue line with this amazing soundtrack, which gets stuck in your head all the time. But it's still great, and I can't wait to get on this Gerstlauer coaster. Record-breaking, world's first 40 inversions, and still holds the record for most inversions of the roller coaster. Smile always. I've just been on the Smiler there, really good rides, bit of a rattle, and I had a bit of a trim break halfway through, so it's running fast, waited 5 minutes, as advertised. I mean, it's dead today, I'm really enjoying it. And we've got one more coaster to tick off, and then that's all the coasters done, and that's Spinball Wizard, so we'll head around there now. And you see this is where Enterprise used to be on the right hand side here, and the food wagons. The food wagons have moved to the area outside Hex. But this is where the retro store was when COVID happened, and that. But yeah, nothing else. It's quite a lot of land to do nothing with. I lied. We've got one more, which is Rita. But like I said, I've just got my one-shot fast track anyhow. I've had a few people say it's even quieter today than it was yesterday. So yeah, I've chosen a great day to come. But we'll head round to CBeebies land and see what the queue's saying on there. Like I said earlier, I prioritise families. If it's walk on, I'll go and do it just to do it. But yeah, Spinball Wizard, really good ride, and got a lot of spin on that. They weighted it quite well, and walk on, I can't complain. Operation's really good. Here's Bluey. I've been in this there in ages. Queue 5 minutes. Let's get on it. Just to tick it off. They've done pretty well with the theming here. These queue lines are pretty good. They've got things for kids to do and that. I'm guessing those holes will open up and kids can go through. I don't know. I don't really know, Bluey. It's like not before my time, the opposite of before my time. But yeah, let's look at this whole new area. Looking good. Apparently there's like very specific audio sequence. So yeah, we get on this. The theming round here
Just once a week.
is actually really good actually for a kids ride.
So I can mow that lawn.
Okay, as I leave CBeebies land, let's talk about the Bluey Ride. Here comes the grannies. Absolutely amazing family coaster. It's quicker than it looks. I will warn you that. If you've got small kids, it's quicker than it looks. A little bit of airtime here and there. I think it's a great addition to CBeebies land, and it's quite thrilling for younger riders. Like I say, this is a full video, and like I said at the beginning, if it was walk on, I would do it, and it was only 5 minutes. So I thought I'll go on it and give you my review. Obviously, I've let the families go on and had their day when it opened and things like that. Like I say, I'm not going to go here for that ride, but if you've got younger children, families, great coaster, and I think it's absolutely worth it. And I think it's great for CBeebies land to have these little coasters. I mean, I think it's just right, just before it sort of eases kids into the sort of bigger ones. Obviously, you wouldn't go on that, then just go on the Smiler. But I think it's a great sort of lead-on coaster, sort of that intermediate age. Anyway, that's enough of CBeebies land. Let's get on some bigger coasters. And we walked right back round to the beginning again of Wicker Man. We're going to see what queue times are like now. I haven't really got the app open much today because like everything's pretty much walk on most of the time. So if we need to, we have got our one-shot fast track. The only one I could sort of think of is Rita at the moment because that was at 30, but that's the longest queue in the park. It says it's like not at 30, but I know the queue times and that's 30 all day long. But yeah, we're going to head round now to Wicker Man, and yeah, but I hope you're enjoying this video. Here's Battle Galleons, they're doing a bit of work over there, and hopefully this opens in May. They've refilled all this area with water. It looks a bit dirty, but hopefully this opens in May, because this is a good little Mac water ride actually, as long as they've updated all the cannons and all the cannons work, which last few years they haven't been working or been very insufficient, but I used to have great fun shooting people with the cannons on a nice hot summer's day. Wow, wow, wow. 1:20 and Wicker Man is on 5 minutes. Look at that. That is a sight to see. Wicker Man, 5 minutes. Okay, I have just been on Wicker Man for the second time. Mid-row, I got on row 7. And it was really good. It's getting warmer and it's running quicker. Yeah, I love that coaster so much. I think it's my #1 in the park, but like I say, if you want me to do a top 5 or top 10 coasters at Alton Towers, make sure you give me a like or well, leave a comment just so I know that you want me to do that. As you can see, the Congo River Rapids is cut through shut, but you can see the boats all down there. Speaking of the boats and the Congo River Rapids, like I gave you that a bit earlier, as I was going up the lift hill for Wicker Man, I had a quick look, see what they were doing, and they're doing a whole new chain, putting a whole new chain for Congo River Rapids lift hill going to the station. So yes, I don't think that's going to be opening at the beginning of May, depends how quickly they work, but yeah, that's what they're doing. Quite a big job, but the old chain looks really rusty, and they've got a nice shiny and new one, which is very nice to see. Like I say, they still probably stole it from Thorpe Park. I'm currently just heading round now to try and get on the Curse of Alton Manor. Hopefully that's open, because I like that little dark ride, and my stomach needs to settle down for a bit, because it's a bit, I mean, we're getting too many roller coasters. No, it's all right, but I did have just chicken for lunch, which was okay. What can I say? But I do want to find something sweet, because yeah, I need some sugar. I've probably got about an hour's worth of clips now. If I haven't, then clearly I don't know how long I've been recording for. But yeah, I think I've got about an hour's worth of clips. So I hope you enjoy this longer vlog, or extended vlog I call it. and it's closed at the moment. No! Just joined the queue for Nemesis Reborn for the second time on 5 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start vlogging a little bit less during my day here. I mean, it's only 10 to 2 because everything I need to cover has been covered, and I'll give you an update probably a little bit later on. So yeah, obviously I will pull the camera out if I find anything more interesting to vlog, but yeah, I'm going to slow it down a bit, just try and keep this video at a reasonable level. Like I said earlier, Rita had about half an hour queue. Now it's dropped to walk on. This is, oh no, there's someone waiting outside. I think it's gone down. That's why it's walk on. It's closed, even though there's sort of people waiting in the queue area. We're going to hover. Okay, so the Rita's gone down. I was going to get on there. Rita's gone down, so I'm going to head across to 13. It's the shortest queue, 5 minutes. Everything else about 10-15 minutes, and I'm acting like it's hours long. It's not, but when you're in a park with no queues, it's nice to have sort of nothing. Does that make sense? It's nice to have everything walk on. So yeah, we're going to jump in the queue for 13. It should be walk on, so I should get straight on this. Rita, I don't think is coming back anytime shortly, which is a shame because I wanted to get on that, but it's not the end of the world. And then probably what I'm going to do is head across because the Curse of Alton Manor has reopened. I'm getting a lot of steps in today, which is great. But that is the plan. If Rita opens in the meantime, we'll get on that. Obviously, I still have my one-shot fast track to use, which I should do to make the most of. But yeah, I have been on a few other coasters. I've been on Nemesis Reborn while I waited for, while I left the vlog last. I got back row on that. But that was really intense. I mean, my head hurts a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, look at this, walk on. Okay, I'll do a quick update. Rita's got some problem with something in the station, either the catch car or the catch sort of mechanism, because that's the engineers have shift both trains back and they're having a look at that in the station. Reason how I know this, sorry, I don't know what my hair's doing. Reason how I know this is when I was on 13, I had a proper look as I was going up the lift hill. See, making use of the rides. It is unclear whether it's going to come back open later today. We don't know. But now we're going to head round and have a look at the Sky Ride station in the Dark Forest. Here's the station. Thanks for watching. Of course, I'm joking. Here is the station for the Sky Ride. Obviously the cable carts are back on, but this has been moving all throughout the day, so I don't know what they're doing really, but I know it is moving a lot throughout the day. I mean, I don't even know what's in that cart. Oh no, that's a water weight in that one. You can see water, so obviously they're weighing it up, making sure that they can take loads on the cable. My issue is, obviously they've had all winter to fix issues with the Sky Ride, and they had that multi-million-pound last season investment for reopening after being shut for 2 years, and it's still not open. That's the only sort of, well, I say it's the only issue. Yeah, it should have been a bit better, a bit more sorted in winter if you ask me. But nonetheless, I'm having a good day, and I hope you're enjoying this vlog and having a fantastic day like I am. And if you are, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Obviously, here's the Amigos in the afterlife, which is a scare maze here, and it used to be the London or the Tower Dungeons, using the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ride, because it used to have the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ride here. But I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't even know if the water ride's still here, to be honest. I still don't, yeah, like I say, I think it's still there. I don't know, I don't want to come to conclusions, but I really like that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ride when I was younger. Anyway, we're just going to head round now to the world of David Williams. And now we're entering the world of David Williams, and this ride's a bit funny with this area, because obviously it's an IP, but it's been around for a couple of years now, quite a few years. So we're going to see what the future holds in this area. Pretty sure they had a stage area over here when years ago for it was the world of David Williams. So yeah, don't know what this area holds. Anyway, we're going to head round to get on Gangster Granny the ride. It's opened quite a few years ago now, but I think it's a great little dark ride, great sort of family attraction, and it's got quite a good story. I think it's a Mac ride, Mac train system, I believe. But anyway, you're not allowed filming on this ride, so I'm going to put you away. But the queue line's pretty good and well themed. A self-service camera. But like I say, I don't know what the future of this area holds. Yeah, I don't know what this future of this area holds. Obviously, it's IP. I don't want to get too controversial or political with news and that. But yeah, I don't know whether it's going to be much of a future for this ride. As much as I think this area needs updating, the theming around it is still pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. I've just been on Gangster Granny the ride there, and it's actually a really good dark ride, as I think I've mentioned in previous vlogs. It's got great theming, great sort of visual screen effects and props. But I think it's had its time, I think it should be updated, but we'll see. Anyway, we're gonna head around now to another dark ride, a personal favourite, the Curse of Alton Manor. That was on 5 minutes, but I've got to get walking because it's across the park once again, and the Sky Ride's closed. Rita isn't open yet. I haven't even seen it test, to be honest. So we're going to head around now to Curse of Alton Manor, and yeah, time now, it's about 3 o'clock. Park opening today is 10 until 4, so yeah, we haven't got much longer left. But then once we get on this, we try and get maybe a couple other coasters, and then we'll call it a day. Like I said, I have got my fast track, but I haven't really felt the need to use it. One other thing is, as I'm walking by it, is Hex. I was open early this morning. It did close, and I'm not too sure whether it's still open. I think it's still down at the moment, but I'm not certain. But like I say, I'll head round now to the Curse of Alton Manor because I do love that dark ride at Alton Towers Resort. Okay, the Curse of Alton Manor has reopened, or has opened for today, so let's get in on the Curse of Alton Manor. I've just been on the Curse of Alton Manor there. Great dark ride. I say this every time I come here, and every time's the same. I love that little dark ride. I think it's one of the best dark rides in the UK. The only downside, and when I went to Chessington, it was exactly the same. The rotating barrel cylinder as you drive through rotates, not working, and that is the same for both attractions, to be honest. I don't think I mentioned it in my Chessington one, but yeah, it's the same, not working, which really is a really good effect, and does make you feel like you're going upside down. But that's the only sort of downside. Other than that, all the other effects seem to be working, and it was running really well. Great operations, walk on, what I expect. Great theming, great dark ride. Don't get me wrong, I do miss Jewel a bit, but I think that's a really good replacement when it opened a couple of years ago. Anyway, we're just heading around now to Forbidden Valley once again, and we'll see whether we can get on maybe Nemesis Reborn and Galactica. Time now is 3:30. Obviously, there's not much time left in the day because the park shuts at 4, so we might quickly use our fast track if Galactica is still on 40 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to stop off on my way home for the Honesty Slice at Alton. It's in this sort of shed. Apparently it's really good, and it's all honesty, but obviously I will pay. But yeah, I'll record that when I go and do it. Okay, I've just had my last ride on Nemesis Reborn, and absolutely cracking day I have had at Alton Towers Resort. Hopefully you had as good a day as I have. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe if you're new. I'm just walking back now to the main entrance, even though my car's at Galactica's entrance, because I want to have a quick look around the gift shop to see if there's anything new and just sort of embrace the park a little bit more before I leave. So let me wrap up this video. Absolutely, like I said, amazing day I've had. I've chosen off-peak day, and it's absolutely brilliant. I've gotten all what I wanted to do and more. The new Bluey Ride was really good. Fast, great family attraction, great addition to CBeebies land. The operations have been pretty good throughout the day. Obviously you can't help Rita going down the Intamin launch coaster. It's the only coaster I didn't go on today, and I would have liked to get on Hex had that been where I was operating, but like I say, I will be back here very soon. But other than that, I've had an amazing day. I'm just heading now to the main entrance, look around the gift shop, and then leaving. I will be adding in next me going to the Honesty Slice in Alton, which keeps popping up on my TikTok feed, and I really want to try it because they look really yummy. This is it, cake box. There you come through Alton there. Look at this. All this. I'm going to get an Oreo Blondie, I think, and a Mississippi mud cake, because why not? Nice. Very good. This is it, all over here. Awesome. Just going to go back to the car and pay for this. £8, and I've got a Mississippi mud cake and an Oreo Blondie. Great for the journey back to Brighton. But if you've enjoyed this video, please do consider subscribing. It's free and it just helps me out. And if you've liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Alton Tower content is not rare on this channel, but it is a trek because I live in sort of south coast Brighton sort of area, and it takes me hours. I was up at 5 AM to get here today, and I've got to drive home today as well to get back. So I won't be probably home till about 11 because I do stop off on my route back home because it's a long drive, especially with the rush hour traffic. Make sure you follow me on all my socials, which are in the description, Instagram and TikTok, because I do post things on there, and when I'm at theme parks I do try and go live on TikTok, even if it's just for 15-20 minutes, half an hour. Let's wrap up this video. Like I said, absolute cracking day. I think the operations have been pretty good throughout. Obviously I have gone on an off-peak day, absolutely flawless. So yeah. Obviously it's a shame about the Sky Ride, but it's good to see it operate, well, testing, because that is a massive people mover, and it's just a shame that's not operating. But other than that, like I said, I've had an amazing day. These off-peak days, now the schools are all back, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, is so worth it. Anyway, all that's left for me to say is thank you guys for watching. If you've made it to the end of this video, make sure you comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, whenever that may be. Laters. I tell you, it's quiet. Look how empty this car park is. Like, this is nothing for Alton Towers. Nothing at all. Sorry it's a bit windy, but yeah, look at this. It's really dead. Awesome, fantastic day.